Todo bien. A ver. Y empezamos. Vale. Bueno. Dos series durísimas. Contra Chicago Cubs y después contra Seattle. El objetivo, que después de jugar contra Seattle sigamos siendo líderes de división. Va a estar muy difícil. Vienen dos series muy complicadas. Así que a ver qué pasa, pero poca fe tengo, la verdad. Jugamos en Chicago y a ver qué pasa. Pero pinta difícil, las dos series,
Here at the friendly confines, Wrigley Field. Interleague baseball on
Wrigley
MLB
Field.
The Show. It's the Texas Rangers and the Chicago Cubs. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Venga, va.
So just about set. And today's starter, Ben Brown. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, just a three-pitch mix in his arsenal, which, you know, it's not a lot for a starter. So always very important for him to have a good feel and command all three. Sometimes you can make that three look like four if you add or subtract a little bit of velocity on one. But, you know, one thing about it, it can be easy to get too predictable out there on the mound. So hitters are aware of that. Mixing those three pitches in all counts is going to be a big key for him in this one.
Into the outfield, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Josh Smith stepping in for the Rangers. Strike one. Rolled to short. Possible two ball. Good feed. That's one. And that's two.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Seager stands in now. 2 homers in the game yesterday, so he's feeling good coming in. Late with the swing there. Seager with some impressive production lately. Ball one there.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Oh, what a stop. To his knee, the throw, and that's a great play for the out.
Well, that right there.
Han empezado fuerte,
And we're back. And starting in this one, Jacob deGrom. Chris, he is a fun one to watch do his thing out there.
Well, he comes in carrying a career ERA under 3. He's been fantastic ever since he broke into the big leagues. Can't wait to watch him pitch today.
Next offering is in for a strike. And that is out of play.
Vale, Seattle juega contra Houston, partido divisional.
Fly ball down the line. Garcia really on his horse for this
Bien,
one.
Ablis.
Makes the grab on the run. And there's one away. And now, Pete Crow Armstrong. First pitch misses.
Boog, it's always fun showing up to the ballpark on a day deGrom is pitching. He's widely regarded as one of the most dominant pitchers in the league. And when he's at his best, he's setting the standard for the entire league.
And there's a base hit to left. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately.
Runner on the go. There's a ball. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
I think that steal kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First inning, game 1, so that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
That catches the top part of the zone. Going to count 1 and 2.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2 and 2.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit. He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Ian Happ In the box here, lets that one go for a ball. In the dirt. Crow Armstrong stands at second with 2 gone. And another ball. Check swing, went around. That's strike 1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And a strike.
3-2.
Swing and a ground ball. And it's through for a hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
On the ground, right side. Simeon toss over to first. And
hemos conseguido una carrera, lo que hay.
That ends the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. Back after this. Here at Wrigley Field, now it's the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. Brown back to work. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
Ground ball up the middle. Swanson on to first.
He's out.
And Garcia is out. Here is Marcus Simeon. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy.
Oh, that one rides up and in.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one the other way. Alcantara makes the play, and there are 2 outs. Cal Raleigh stepping in for the Rangers.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Up the middle, Horner. Tosses to first. Rangers go down in...
Seguimos.
Bottom of the inning. So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. And there's a strike on the outside corner. And that one is lifted in the air. Langford under it. Makes the catch for the out. Dansby Swanson stands in.
Con esta para que tener cuidado.
1 out, base is empty. And it's fouled away.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. Got him swinging. Slider got him for strike 3.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
2 outs. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Got him.
Vamos.
And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So they make back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, it should be a good one for him.
Bien, Josh.
And a base hit right there. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Really nice job, a two-strike hitting in that at bat.
Bueno.
That front foot down and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Now it's going to be Wyatt Langford. Fought off foul.
0.54 en 10 partidos que lleva.
Ball, that's high.
Young gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Diving, makes the grab.
Bueno, yo creo que vamos a ir a por Durán, ¿eh? Creo que vamos a ir a por Durán.
Buxton in his 10th season.
Yo no puedo jugar con 8 jugadores al bateo.
And he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Counts 1-0.
Tying run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swings and misses. And 1-1.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Man at first, one away. To short, could be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Up next for the Rangers, Jake Berger. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. There's a strike.
If he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Late on that fastball.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Got him swinging. Out number 3. 1 hit, 1 left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Yeah, that's fouled off. DeGrom winds and deals. Foul ball there. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-1.
2 out, space is empty. That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1. Almost got him.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground to 3rd. Whips it across, and that is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Josh Smith. And that one fouled off.
Well, these Rangers just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but 1 or 2 pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits. So they might want to be a little more selective up there. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Flying drive, and that's base hit out into left center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Venga, venga, es el momento. Joseph Smith, locura. Siempre lo digo, locura. O sea, va pasada, tío. Que batea todo, chaval. No me jodas, tío, Cory, de verdad. No me jodas, tío, de verdad. No lo puedo creer, tío.
Adolis Garcia, the next to hit, grounded out to short in his first trip. Center field.
Increíble, tío.
Crow Armstrong should have it. Nabs it, and that is that.
Pues nada.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the DH, Seiya Suzuki. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
Well, here's a fun fact for you, Boog. Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to homer in 3 consecutive plate appearances in the majors. Feel free to use that note in your next Cubs broadcast, buddy. Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
And that's downstairs. And it's 2-0. And another ball.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Base knock and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. 1 run across. And they throw on the brakes at third with no intention of testing the strong arm in right. So runners at the corners, nobody out. And up next for Chicago, Michael Busch. On the ground, could be 2. Over to Seager. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killer. And now it's Dansby Swanson. That one's in there. Strike 1.
Esta derrota lleva la firma de Corey Seager, como muchas otras. Lleva su firma.
Ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yep,
next offering misses. Now 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Raleigh pulls it
Pues lo que tiene que ellos sí sepan hacer hits cuando tiene gente en la base y nosotros hagamos todo el rato doble plays. La diferencia. La diferencia.
Brown back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Rangers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Slings to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Cal Raleigh. Outside with a breaking ball.
Not a lot of people know this, but this isn't the only Wrigley Field in MLB history. You know, when the league expanded and added the Los Angeles Angels in 1961, they played their first season at a stadium in LA called Wrigley Field, which had been the home of the minor league team of the same name.
1-2 now. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Taps softly to the right side. And they put the tag on him for the out. Here's Josh Young. And he hits a ground ball right side. Turner takes it to the bag, and it's a 1-2-3. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. That one missed. Check swing, and he went. That's strike two.
One ball.
Doble play. Cuando estaba una base, el batear.
Swings and misses.
Nombre y apellidos tiene esta derrota.
Strikeouts for him on the bump today. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. That's in for a strike.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at bat.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Swing and a foul out of play. One out, bases empty, and a run in. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Fair ball. Runner on at first with one gone. Now Pete Crow Armstrong. That's too low. Ball 1.
Ball 2.
And another ball. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for the walk, and that last one didn't even threaten his.
Off balance speed, there's 1, and that's 2. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's back here at Wrigley Field. Here's the left fielder, Wyatt Langford. That one fouled off. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. The 0-2. And ball 1.
2 strikes.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Estamos ante los últimos momentos de esta pedazo de mierda en este equipo.
Next up for Texas, Byron Buxton.
Venga.
And first offering is fouled off. And there's a ball. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Ripped to short. Swanson fires over to first. That's out. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Griffin Jacks.
1-0.
He's pitching on 2 days rest. Happ up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at 1 down low. Cubs made Ian Happ a first-round pick in 2015. He played at the University of Cincinnati as an infielder. Played a little bit of outfield, but a guy in 2022. What a year, Chris. Both an all-star and a gold glover. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Here's JT at the dish.
Yeah, and wins that gold glove as a left fielder, and it's a guy that was a pretty good center fielder as well. But you know, one of the things for him is just being able to be in the same spot every day. I think it increases the comfort level and allows that athletic ability to really shine.
Foul ball.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first two batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Bounce to the right. And a foul ball. Inside. Ball 2. Out to short. Seager tosses to first, and the Cubs go. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Foul ball. Next pitch is inside, and it's a ball and a strike. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering way upstairs. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
The pitch. That one lined into left field, and that's base hit. He forced a lot of pitches to be thrown and ends up collecting a hit. Here comes the skipper. And here's Corey Seager to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. And a base hit up the middle. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. And maybe they've got something going here, trying to get back into this one.
Crow Armstrong makes the grab. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only 1 out. Marcus Semien stepping in for the Rangers. That to right. Alcantara sizes this one up. Makes the grab. Runner tags for home. He scores on the sac fly. It's 4-1.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
So next to hit for Texas, Cal Raleigh. He's grounded out a couple of times. And there's a foul ball. Seager off of first with 2 away. Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
Off balance as well.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. They get a run on. That one is absolutely belted way back there. On the warning track and hauls it in. So digging in, Kevin Alcantara.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
And that's down and away. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
He goes down looking. 2 down, bases empty. Carson Kelly, the next Cub to hit. Ball 1, no strikes. Late on that fastball.
So hard to touch. I mean, at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevate it a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Inning over.
Out.
All set for the start of the inning. And now here is Josh Young. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not when you have too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Line drive, hauls it in, one away. Wyatt Langford stepping in for the Rangers. Swing and a miss at a slider. Presley, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a slurve, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. In the air, foul off first. Under it is Justin Turner to make the catch.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 outs, base is empty. Byron Buxton stepping in for the Rangers. And a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Ground ball to the right side. Takes it himself. Rangers go down in order. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Chris Martin.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Seager makes the catch, and there's one gone. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss.
Es la diferencia, han hecho 3 hits que les ha dado para carreras y nosotros pues damos a las manos de los defensores o no le damos. Esto es la diferencia. No han hecho absolutamente nada y han ganado. Pero claro, nosotros hemos hecho menos. La diferencia.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. And that's in there
y el
for
último home run de ellos pues ha sobrado totalmente, pero es lo que hay. Pero bueno, tomaré medidas, ¿no?
Porter Hodge on to try and close it out. He comes in with a chance for his 2nd save of the season. Berger now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Vale. Interesante. Muy interesante. Muy bien. Muy bien. Muy interesante.
That one lifted to left. Pat in position.
Muy bien.
And there's 2 away.
Muy bien.
Last chance now for the Rangers. Now it's the shortstop, Corey Seager. That one down the line, and that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. The throw into second, but he's in there easily.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Good piece of hitting going the other way with that pitch to beat the shift. You know, not a lot of guys are willing to do that, even with the shift on, because they're looking to pull the ball with authority. But it's a pretty easy hit if you want it. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
They're down to their final strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Hodge is just 1 strike away. Tapped out front of the plate. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Cubs claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense. 4-1 the final here today. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Texas Rangers and the Chicago Cubs. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And the pitcher for this one, Matthew Boyd. What's the scouting report on him?
A very forgettable start his last time out. Was only able to work a couple of innings. We're looking for him to put it all together today. Command, tempo, and just really a confident presence out there on the mound.
Ground ball left side, and it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Nice job keeping it fair as he turned on it down the line. And once it got through the infield, it was a double all the way.
And now Josh Smith. Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. The throw in. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. And it's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And it jumps the wall in foul territory for an automatic double.
And boy, do they catch a break. Otherwise,
Muy bien, Dustin.
you're looking at runners around the bases and probably a run that scores.
Next to bat will be the Texas cleanup hitter, Adolis Garcia. High fly ball out towards left field. Carrying well.
Moss.
And that one is out of here. His 4th home run of the season, and they add to the lead. It's 4-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
The 1-2.
Ball 2.
Well, clear game plan coming in this one. Be aggressive against this starter. Try to knock him out of this ball game, and it looks like they're on their way to doing that. Get into the bullpen a little bit early. Could be a great offensive day.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And that's the first out.
Me lo
Nice
puedo
recovery after
creer,
giving
tío.
up the homer. Now it's Marcus Semien. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Wastes no time there. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down.
Digging in, Wyatt Langford. Misses inside. And that's ball 1.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
And another ball. Semien stands at first with 1 out. Slow roller to third. Birdie. Over to second for 1. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Good fastball in on the hands, makes the swing a little defensive. Jam him up right there.
Here's Josh Young.
Malo.
That one blasted deep to right. A dive, and he can't haul it in. They add on as the run scores all the way from first.
Well done. Drives in the run. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to...
Here's Byron Buxton. Hitless last night, and they only scored 1 run. Swing and a pop-up. Foul and a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Next offering is fouled back. 2 outs with a runner at third. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. So up now for Chicago, Nico Horner. Right through there for a strike.
5-run lead after their first at bat. That is huge at this point, but you've got to keep the attitude to keep your foot on the gas. Don't let that team back in this ball game. Cruise to the finish line, but do it with intention.
John Birdie at the plate.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately, working on an 8-game hitting streak.
Evaldi, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a cutter, a curve, and he works in a slider.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Now this is in the air down the line. Makes the grab, 1 down. So here's Kyle Tucker now. That one outside. 1-0. Tucker, former 5th overall pick in the 2015 draft by the Astros. This guy's turned into a whale of a player.
1-1.
Man at first, 1 away. Tucker hits for power. He's got 30 homer power, but the strikeout rate is under 20%. Outside low, and that's ball 2. And that one is in for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Seiya Suzuki at the plate now as he chases after that one. And that's off the inside edge. 1-1. And that one missing low.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Fly ball center field. Buxton moves under it and makes the grab. Runner tags from third. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. It's 5-1. And here's the first baseman, Michael Busch. Off the mark there, and it's 1-0. Tucker off of first with 2 away, and that's in for a strike. And the count 1-1. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. The 1-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out, and that will end the inning. Top of the second, and now the first baseman, Jake Berger. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field, and the leadoff man aboard.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Now a chance for Josh Smith. Fires to second for 1. On to Busch. It's a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. First baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Me está vacilando.
2 down, bases empty. Dustin Harris stepping in for the Rangers. A double
no me está vacilando.
And a run scored his first time up.
Muy bien.
That one pushed to the left and foul. 2 outs, bases empty.
Muy bien.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Swing and a chopper out to short. Gets it to first.
He's out.
And that is the inning. No runs. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the second. Now the left fielder, Kevin Alcantara, delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. You don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
And a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Next up, it's the first-year shortstop, Gage Workman, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. Fastball for a strike.
No, down.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Amaya leads off first with 1 away. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Buxton pulls it in on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Pete Crow Armstrong in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Just missed.
Ball 2.
Swing at a high fly ball. That's out to center.
Todo lo que no sea con este pitcher que hagan carrera se celebra como vamos, como si fuera la Copa del Mundo.
Back here at the friendly confines, top half of the 3rd inning, and now the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. Ray back to work, and that is out of play. Ray goes 6 feet 5 inches, 220 pounds, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Iowa. Misses outside, and that is ball 1.
Well, these Rangers doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Next offering is downstairs.
Y me eliminará.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Man at first, nobody out. Now the catcher for the Rangers, Cal Raleigh. He's 0 for 1. Out to center. Crow Armstrong moves after it. Puts it away for the out.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. They fired in quickly, so it's 1st and 2nd with only 1 away. Wyatt Langford stepping in for the Rangers.
Wyatt Langford, por nada. Doble play y se acabó la jugada.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Doble play y se acabó.
2nd with 1 gone. And that one in the air center field. That's out number 2. Here's the third baseman, Josh Young. 1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip. Fouled off. He was late. First and second, 2 down. Here in the second game of the series. Popped up. Corner makes his way towards it. Tracks it down for the out. And that'll do. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. And that is a good eye on a pitch down low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And that's downstairs and outside.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter. Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And strike 2.
1-2.
The other way, Berger. He'll do it himself. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. 2 outs, base is empty. Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. 0-1. That one the other way. And that gets down for a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. And here is Seiya Suzuki. In there at the knees for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Up and in, and the count is 1-1. And a foul ball. Tucker leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Struck him out looking. Cubs leave 1. They're down 5-1. Here at Wrigley Field, on to the 4th, and now the center fielder, Byron Buxton. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
And that one fouled off. Next pitch is outside. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses. Full count now. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. Back to the top of the lineup, and now it's Jake Berger to hit. That one misses. That's 5 straight. Runner at first with no outs here. Fought off foul. swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. Josh Smith now at the plate. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. And there's 2 down. So a man aboard, Dustin Harris. Digs in now. 1 for 2. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back.
Bueno.
And that one's gone into the bleachers.
¿Y este chaval?
He sends it out of here. His first homer of the year. It's 7-1.
¿Este chaval?
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too.
Pero si es su debut en la MLB. ¿Pero ¿y este chaval?
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
So 2 down.
Pero tío. ¿Y este chaval de dónde sale? Dustin Harris. No me jodas. Muy bien,
Adolis Garcia stepping
Muy
in
bien,
for the
Dustin,
Rangers. He's already homered here in this one.
Joder.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that gets down into the gap. Makes the turn and heads for
Me la
second.
juego.
In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter.
And that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home.
Impresionante,
And
Dustin
welcome back
Harris.
to the ballpark. Ready to go, bottom 4. So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine. You know, these Cubs, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The next pitch misses, and that's ball 3.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
And down on strikes he goes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Kevin Alcantara, the next Cub to hit. And it's fouled away. Bouncer to Young. Sends it across to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. And now it's Miguel Amaya. On the ground to third.
Perfecto.
Sends it to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's
Ahora una
starting
portada
pitchers have fared
sería
so far.
¿Juega mejor los Texas sin Corey Seager?
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, these Rangers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
He steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down. Here's the left fielder, Wyatt Langford. 0 for 2 in this one. That one misses. Ball 1.
the count.
That's hard hit on the line. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Up next for the Rangers, Josh Young. And first offering is fouled off. That one missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Two down, nobody on. That's inside. Gets him to chase after that one.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Here's the 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
This to third, birdie. To first, Rangers go down in order. We head to the bottom of the 5th. So up now for Chicago, Gage Workman. In the air, left side, Langford moving under it. And a quick out, number 1. So up next, Pete Crow Armstrong. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Swung on, popped up left side. Young settles under it, brings it in, and there's 2 down. So the lineup flips over. Here's Nico Horner. In the air, out towards right center.
No llegó.
Garcia squeezes it, and that is that. Back here at Wrigley Field, here's the center fielder, Byron Buxton. Ray back to work. This one in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong makes the grab, 1 pitch and 1 out. So the batting order turns over. Jake Berger will hit next. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. And a pitch. Fly ball to right. And there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. And now it's going to be Josh Smith. First pitch misses. Smith in his 3rd season, 27 years old, and he's been wearing out home plate lately. He scored 10 times in the last 10 games. Outside, 2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
That clips the corner.
Bueno, es strike porque te lo inventas, pero bueno, no pasa nada. Te perdono.
2 outs. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Drilled in the air out towards right center. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Back here at the friendly confines. Now the third baseman, John Birdie. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Cubs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Foul ball, still 0-2.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Garcia really on his horse for this one. Dives and makes the catch.
¿Lo ha cogido?
Rarely see a diving catch made on the
Si me he tirado, si me he tirado por tirar. ¿Lo ha cogido?
This down and save extra bases. Outstanding job.
¡Guau! ¡Hostia! ¡Hostia el bombi, chaval! ¡Guau!
Here's Kyle Tucker. He's 2 for 2. And he steps off.
What a catch.
An intentional walk here. Interesting choice with the bases empty and one away. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit.
Well, these fans aren't really loving that. To walk him intentionally there seems pretty unnecessary. And, you know, he's a guy they paid to come and watch.
Es que ya que me va a anotar, o sea que me va a hacer hit, pues ya que corre la primera base y ya está. Nos dejamos de líos.
And that one is in for a strike at 95. It's 0-1. Out to short, Smith. Over to first. That's the third out. One left for the Cubs. They're down. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound.
Bueno, Dustin.
He last pitched 2 days
Impresionante
ago.
irrupción, la verdad.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. He makes the grab.
Bueno, partidazo, Dustin.
Adolis Garcia.
Ya me da igual lo que hagas, partidazo.
He's already homered in this game. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. 1 out, bases empty. That's a strike.
Ah, strike, vale. Vale, entiendo. Entiendo.
Swing and a miss.
Gracias por el strike, árbitro.
2 away now.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
He swings and fouls one off. Next offering is fouled back. Just missed. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Alcantara going back on this one. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Zach Jackson.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last, so expect him to be totally rested. I'm sure he's itching for this opportunity right now.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Jackson ready to fire now. Swinging a foul straight back. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
That's off the inside corner. And 1-1. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
El bate, chico. ¿Qué hago con el bate?
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. And that gets down in the corner. Into second, and he's got a double. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. Check swing, called strike. Workman on at second with 2 down. That one ripped.
Longford.
Reaching down, makes the catch. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singing, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels. And I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the...
Oh, now this one's blasted deep.
Aleluya, o sea,
Way back there.
ya habéis visto todo. Ya habéis visto todo en este mundo.
And they add a couple more. It's 9-1.
Cerrad todo porque un home run de Wyatt Langford ya
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long
con
ball
0.60 y pico de average de bate en 10 partidos, ya podemos cerrar todo ya.
That home run certainly worthy of another look with StatCast, huh, Singy? I mean, that ball screamed out of here.
O sea, lo que ha pasado en este partido es tan diferente a lo que ha pasado en la derrota que es
the best we
increíble.
usually see in a season is somewhere in the high teens, and every couple of years somebody breaks 120 off the bat, but that's extremely rare.
And now the center fielder, Byron Buxton. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And there are 2 down. Jake Berger stepping in for the Rangers. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. And it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. Texas plates 2 on the homer.
Impresionante
And
Wyatt
they're
Langford,
starting to run. Here at Wrigley Field, here's the second baseman, Nico Horner. Just a weak fly ball this time. Simeon hauls it in, and there's one away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
In the air, right
Va a botar línea.
And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Line to left, and it stays fair. Man at first. Now it's the right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Venga, hit o home run, va.
First pitch just misses.
A ver qué hace.
There's a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very
Hit
often you
o
see
home
him
run.
lay off
¿Qué
a
hace?
cookie like that.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Birdie leads off first with one away. To the right side. There's one. On to first, double play, and that's the inning. This one pretty. And we're back. All set to start the 9th in this one. At the plate, Josh Smith. Thielbar back to work. And first offering is fouled off. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Now the batter now, Dustin Harris. Ground on the left side, could be two. Workman to second, now to first, and it's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
That's towards center. Crow Armstrong should have it.
Venga, pues a defender 8 carreras.
And that is out number 3. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Yohan Duran.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Bush stands in now and watches strike 1. That one's in there.
Que da duro, ¿eh?
No ball.
The Rangers up big in this one here in the last half of inning number 9. Went back to the fastball and it was effective. Next to hit, Kevin Alcantara. Hit to right, and that should do it. And that'll do it. Ball game. The Rangers take this one.
Bueno, perdimos el primer partido, hemos ganado este. Es lo que hay. Vamos a por el tercero. Dustin Harris, Player of the Game, grande. Grande Dustin. Enorme. Primer partido, de Dustin Harris. Grande, grande Dustin. Vamos a ponernos un poco de jugadores de campo, porque llevamos muy pocos y tengo muchos pitchers y tampoco me hacen falta tantos. A ver, ¿quién era el de este, no? Vale. A ver qué me dan. Ramón Urias. Me interesa. ¿Qué? Justinson García, pero bueno. Christopher Familia. Jonathan Losiaga. No quiero otro pitcher. Quiero jugadores de campo. Uf. Mínimo 65. Miguel Andújar. Interesante. Enrique Hernández. Este es el Kiki Hernández este, ¿no? Para adentro. Sí. Ya ves tú. Además, mazo de polivalente. Para adentro. Y más jugadores que sean interesantes a ver. Alex Trejo. Nada. Dustin Harris. Keiber Rodríguez. Un poco cacas, ¿no? Quedan 2 huecos todavía para tener jugadores. Mira, este por qué no está... Es otro jugador más, tío. Que tenemos muy pocos. Venga. Ahora ya mejor. Esta mierda no se ha movido, no, espero. Vale, ahora sí. Venga, acabamos serie con Chicago Cubs. Vamos a ver qué tal. A ver si la podemos acabar ganando, ¿eh? Estaría bien, la verdad. Byron Buxton, inflamación de rodilla. Byron Buxton. Pues va a debutar Kiki Hernández, fíjate. Jake Burger necesita también... Y es un primera base. Dustin, ¿te animas otra vez o qué? Sí, te animas otra vez. Grande, Dustin.
Live from the north side of Chicago, Wrigley Field. It's time for MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the Texas Rangers and the Chicago Cubs.
Venga, vamos a acabar esto.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set. Today's starting pitcher, Jameson Taillon. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So more times than not, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement.
Vamos a intentar acabar con...
Just executing from hitter to hitter.
Con victoria.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Alcantara calls it
No pasa nada.
and there's one away. And now the DH, Josh Smith.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And first offering is fouled off. Out to short, Swanson. Throws to first in time. Got him. Here's Corey Seager. Seager with another scorching run of play lately. Clobber to right field, way back, gone.
Vamos.
Corey Seager leaves the yard. It's 1-0.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Adolis Garcia stepping in for the Rangers. Hard hit to third.
Hey.
Low throw, and he can't pick it.
We all know that that first inning can be a critical one in terms of guys settling in and the tone being set for the game. So this isn't what you're looking for on defense. 2-out errors are a lot like 2-out walks, but maybe even worse because your pitcher did his job to get what should have been the last out of that inning.
That one fouled off. Next pitch is outside. And that's outside. Garcia off of first with 2 away. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
This one smoked out to left. Hack makes the play, and that is that.
Venga, va.
Back here with my pal Singy, towing the slab in today's game. Ryan Wu.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 1 out.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
1 out, bases empty. In the dirt, 2-1. This ball's chopped on the ground. Seager. And the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone. Here's Kyle Tucker.
Peligro.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Next offering is fouled back. 2 outs. Foul ball there. Bouncer to Young.
Bien, Josh.
Tosses across to first, and Tucker is retired. Back here at Wrigley Field, new inning getting started. Here's a big power threat. Cal Raleigh. Fouled off left side. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Tucker going back. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. He made him pay for that one. 3rd home run of the season. It's 2-0.
Really impressive hitting a ball that far going into the wind. Nothing was going to stop it from getting over the wall.
Bien, bien.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that.
Bien, Josh.
And that's a base hit.
Creciendo con el bate, Josh.
So a man at first. Next up for Texas.
Bueno, aquí está mi primo que ha hecho un home run antes y no se lo cree nadie.
Swinging a foul straight back. Next offering is in for a strike.
Boog, one of our favorites. Jerry Hillsdale umpiring behind home plate in this one. Pretty much by the book with his strike zone.
And because he's so by the book, you'll sometimes see pitchers questioning him. They'll make a good pitch on the edge of the zone, want the strike, and not get the call. But most of the time, Jerry gets it right. He's a good one. Double play ball to second.
Double play de mi primo.
Off balance feed, there's one. But no throw to first as he'll hold on to it. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you
run around the move. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game, and that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment. Our players are going to be running all game.
Está bien, Kiki, está bien.
Snags it for the second out. And now, Dustin Harris.
Vamos, Dustin. Partidazo ante mí. Oh.
And that is out of play. And that one fouled off. Out of bounce right side, Bush. They limit the damage here. Rangers pick up a run here on the solo. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Seiya Suzuki leading things off and takes a strike. There's a swing and a drive. And this one looks like trouble. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Bounces into the outfield. That's a base hit. Now a long throw home, but it's offline, and it's a one-run game.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Michael Bush, the next Cub to hit. That catches the corner. Happ gets his lead at first with nobody out. Gets the outside corner with that one.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base.
Goes down looking.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Little chopper rolls foul. Wu winds and deals.
Ball outside.
There's a strike.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind.
And
it finds its way through for he's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
On the ground, a short could be 2. Not in time. He's safe. First and second, 1 out. And next for the Cubs, Miguel Amaya. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Look out.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swung on, belted. That's back there. And that one is out of here. So he blasts one out the other way, and now they're out front. It's 5-2.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park.
John Birdie at the plate. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. That misses. 1-0. And a strike on the outside edge. Offense exploding for 5 so far in the inning here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Hauls it in for the out. 2 away. Now it's Justin Turner. And it's fouled away. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Just misses. And the count is 1-2. And the slider just misses.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one not close. And it's 3-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And that is downstairs. And it's 1-1. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And that one's a little bit low. And the count is even, 2-2. And there's a ball.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Into center. Hernandez snags it on the run. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Tayo back to work. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. It falls in, and that's a base hit. Throws to second, and he's going to get to second with nobody out. Now it's Corey Seager. He's already homered here in this one. Hit in the air, center field. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
¿Qué? ¿Qué?
So because of the injury, a replacement needed at third. Entering as the pinch runner, Jose Iglesias. So man aboard, Adolis Garcia stepping in for the Rangers. Late on that fastball.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at bat?
Late swing fouled off. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And El Bombi is kept in check with the K.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Simeon takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
1 ball, no strikes.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
On the ground, out to short. Fires across the diamond. That ends the frame. 1 left for Texas, and the deficit remains. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
Van a dar 2 partidos de 4 que llevan conmigo. Qué bien.
First offering and it just misses.
You know, these Cubs doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Here comes the manager out of the...
Venga. Está tu casa, que te vas a ir a tu casa literal.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And that's in for a strike. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have 1 more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. And they turn the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And here comes Dansby Swanson. Fought off foul. And there's a foul ball. 2 out, space is empty. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. And that's the inning. Nothing happening there for the... Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
80% of his first pitches are strikes. If you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
And a foul ball. The 0-2. Hit hard on the ground to the right side, and it goes just foul. He swings and drives 1 out to deep left field. That's back there. To the warning track, makes the catch.
Los míos van por el medio así botando despacio y no lo coge nadie. Los suyos van a la mano. La diferencia. Es la diferencia. Es la putísima diferencia. Que los suyos van ahí. Pum, 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 pum. Como tortuguitas. 6 pam, pam, pam por el medio. Y los míos, pues claro. Es lo que tiene. Ahí está. Si uno se va botando para allá, ¿ves? Y se le queda justo en la mano. El niño se le queda justo en la manita. Muy bien todos. Sois los mejores.
Back here at the friendly confines. Bottom 4, so up now for Chicago.
Que vaya a la velocidad de mi abuela y nos supere a todos. Venga. Venga.
He swings and fouls 1 off. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
¿Ves? El suyo sí bota. Eso es. Eso es. Venga, eso es.
When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to, and you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
Alcantara on at first, nobody out.
Solo lleva un home run, claro, y hará un home run solo toda la temporada. Pero lo va a hacer conmigo.
One and two to count.
One ball, two strikes.
Spoils a
Lo va a
two-strike
hacer
pitch, and
conmigo.
he'll
¿Por
see
qué?
another.
Porque la máquina no quiere que gane.
Oh, that's
Toma en toda la cabeza, perro.
He had two strikes on him, and he hit him. Yeah, that's fouled off. Next pitch misses, and now it's even 1-1. First and second, no outs. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Lifted in the air, right field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one away. And the batter will be Justin Turner. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
1-1.
That's out to center field. Hernandez puts it away for the out. Two down. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. A very surprising intentional walk here from the dugout. That loads the bases. So bases all loaded up. Suzuki getting ready to hit. Fouled off down the right side. And that one misses up and in. And the count is 1-1. On the ground right side, Simeon.
Hombre, Simeon, se la ha cogido, tío. Póngale una estatua a ese hombre ahí. Póngale un monumento ahí, que ha cogido una pelota. Se la pongan ahí la estatua. La estatua. Algo histórico.
Hernandez at the plate. Misses off the plate. Ball one. Hernandez, versatile player, can play all over the infield and the outfield.
A las mías ahí. Las mías a las manitas suyas, claro que sí. Claro. Venga, último partido y me voy. Voy a jugar 6 partidos. 6 pollas en vinagre.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Eres el mejor, primo. Bravo. El mejor. El segundo strikeout de su vida, yo creo. De su temporada, seguramente. Más o menos. A las manitas, ¿no? Claro que sí. Vale.
Bottom of the inning, so up now for Chicago, Ian Happ. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
And a foul ball. And they'll do it again.
Claro, ellos son más de hit. Ellos fly out no. Ellos fly out no. Es más de hit y de falta para tener todas las oportunidades posibles. Venga, todas. Todas las oportunidades posibles. Va. Venga.
And it remains 2-2.
Venga. Aquí seguimos, venga.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Gets it there in time, though.
Suya siempre problemas. La mía hubiera ido a las manos tranquilamente. Tranquilamente.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Venga.
And that is out of play. In the air, right side. Garcia heads after it. What a play in right field. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Swanson digs in. In there, and it's 0-1. High fly ball out to center field.
¿Bota? Bota, ¿no? Ah, no, la coge.
Makes the grab and that's
Qué
the
raro.
inning. So no. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Mira, Cory, que cuando el partido quema no haces ni el puto huevo, vamos. Con 11-2 es muy fácil hacer cosas. Eso es, Cory, eso es. Superestrella, Cory, eso es. Eres el mejor, compa. Eres el mejor. Cuando van 12-0, sí, eso sí. Eso sí. Cuando vamos 12-0, haces home runs, haces de todo. Cuando vamos 12-0, eso sí.
They'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
And that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Here is Marcus Semien, 0 for 2 in this one. And that one fouled off. Semien, 34-year-old vet, and he was selected for the All-Star game last year. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Garcia, the base runner at first with one out.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit. Just not able to square it up.
Ball in the dirt, but kept close.
You got a full count.
3-2 now. And ball four, two aboard. And the batter now, Cal Raleigh. He's already homered in this game. In the air, left field. Pat pulls it down, and there's two gone. Here's Josh Young, 1 for 2. And that one upstairs, ball one. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Ryan Presley up and loosening in the pen. Number 43 also getting ready. This one in the air, right field. He dives, but he can't make the catch. The run comes in from second, and it's an RBI single, and it's now a 2-run game. Here comes the skipper out. So next to hit for Texas, Wyatt Langford. Fouled off. He was late. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
Despídete de tus compañeros, despídete de los cocineros, de los fisioterapeutas, despídete, pues no vas a volver a jugar a este equipo. No vas a batear, vas a tener un 0 y pico en 10 partidos a tu prima si quieres. Aquí. Que despídete, muchas gracias por todo. Despídete, has sido una maravilla, defensivamente eres una maravilla, pero al bate eres peor que mi abuela. Entonces, vete a tu casita y a descansar. En Boston hace mucho frío, ten cuidado, abrígate y ánimo. Abrígate mucho, cógete cazadoras, que en Texas hace más calor, pero aguantarás. Aguantarás.
Recognizing that tight spin and adjusting to the late break.
And next for the Cubs, Miguel Amaya, and he had a big swing of the bat early on in the ball game.
Yep, a 3-run rocket back in the second. Even though it was early, a big homer like that can be tough to come back from when you're on the other end of that thing. I mean, it's tough. Sets up an uphill battle the rest of the way.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And there's 2 away. John Birdie, the next Cub to hit. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
0-1.
And the slider just misses.
1-1.
And that one is inside.
2-1.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 3. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Runner at first with 2 away. Justin Turner digs in now. Birdie, the runner at first with 2 gone. Right through there for a strike. Lifted in the air down the left side. Fair ball. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. So digging in, Kyle Tucker. He's 0 for 1. A very surprising intentional walk here from the dugout. That loads the bases.
These fans don't like to see that because they showed up to watch him swing the bat, but this team does not want to let him beat him.
Not close with that one. Now 2-0.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Brought a roll, fires. In there, sets him down on strikes. And we're back. And here is Enrique Hernandez.
Venga, 3 picheos y los 3 eliminados. Venga. Rápido. Eso es. Primero. Venga, tiene que ir a jugar Call of Duty. Venga. El primero, el segundo. Hombre, este. Seguro, vamos. Venga. Venga.
First pitch misses.
Ahí está. Hombre, no. No, hombre.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Not much to this.
The throw is wild and it gets away. Now here is Jose Iglesias. Fastball is outside. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. On the ground, right side. Sneaks through. Base hit. Here's the throw. Stop sign goes.
Venga, ahora Corey, con las papitas ahí. Con las papitas en la sartén. Venga. Haciéndose. Venga, Corey. Ahora, te quiero. Venga, Corey. Ahora te quiero, venga. Con las papitas así quemando, venga. Abre el fly, sorpréndenos. Venga, eso es, Corey. Eso es.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. The shortstop takes the ball.
Venga, Corey. Tú puedes. Decepcionar, digo. Pues, Corey. Vamos. No falles a tu cita, ¿eh? No falles a tu cita, Corey.
Pitch in the dirt. 2-2.
Looking to get something going. This is the guy you want at the plate. He's been great for this team. He is a professional hitter.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So 2 down now, and here is Adolis Garcia. 1 for 3.
Cuando las papas queman, Corey. Tremenda pedazo de mierda, chaval. Madre mía. Increíble.
Just missed.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
With the go-ahead run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7. tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Got it. Out number 3.
A couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam.
There it is. The crew chief has made the decision, and they're going to delay the game. The weather just too much to keep playing right now.
Well, hopefully the break isn't too long. I think this could pass through pretty quickly, Boog, but I'm no weatherman. I do know this. These pitchers want to be able to stay in the game, so we'll see.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Just missed. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. Here's the second baseman, Michael Bush. Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Next offering is down low. And that's downstairs and outside.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the...
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He hammers one out to right. His first homer of the year, and they tack one on the board. It's 6-3. Manager out of the... Dansby Swanson stands in. That one misses, and that's ball 1. Duran is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Langford settles underneath it, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Stepping in, Kevin Alcantara. In there for strike 1.
Yeah, he stays out of the middle and pitches either at the bottom or at the top on the edges. And because of that, if you do get it in the air, it's usually just a high fly ball. And when it's down in the zone, it's on the ground.
Strikes him out with 100. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tyson Miller. Now it's going to be Marcus Semien. Ball 1, no strikes.
1-0.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Gets a swing and a miss with the sweeper.
1-1.
Liner, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video, because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Raleigh stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Hard hit, right side. Over to second. A sensational double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And now Josh Young swinging a ground ball up the middle. Toss to Turner, and that is that. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Top of the zone for a strike at an even 100. On the ground to third, Young. Slings it across. One gone to the bottom of the eighth. John Birdie, the next to hit. That one at triple digits.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Nope.
Just off the inside edge.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Fastball gets the corner at the knees. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-2. Popped in the air, left field. And it's caught for the out. And it'll bring up Justin Turner. Right through there for a strike. And that one lifted in the air center field. Hernandez sizing it up. Hauls it in to end the inning. Welcome back. And here comes the closer, Porter Hodge.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
That one out to right. Tucker on the move. Fielding for the wall. Makes the catch and foul ground.
Man, I'm telling you, you better have your life insurance policy right. When you challenge the Ivy, there's brick behind that. It's not forgiving at all, but he seemed to be concerned about one thing, and that's making that catch. Nice job.
Hernandez, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
And 1-2. Swings through it for the K. And they're down to their last out. And here's the first baseman, Dustin Harris. Foul ball. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
One strike away. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. 6-3.
cojones está? ¿Dónde cojones está?
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. An AL West matchup on the show. It's the Texas Rangers taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming your way now. So just about set now. And on the hill, the big righty, Tanner Houck. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
Clips the corner, and a count 1-2. Hard hit left side. Crawford throws to first in time. And an easy out to start the game. Now, Jose Iglesias. This one in the air. Rayleigh makes the play, and there are 2 outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Corey Seager. That one fouled off. Seager with a homer in his last game. Popped foul out of play off to the right. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
Vaya trade que te voy a hacer cuando acabe el partido, chaval. Vaya pedazo de trade, tú.
Back in Seattle.
Vaya pedazo de trade que te voy a hacer,
guy who will give them innings, Reynaldo Lopez. What do we need to know here?
Well, the key for him,
vaya pedazo de trade que te voy a hacer.
I mean, he can get by with 3 if one isn't working, but it becomes a little tougher to keep hitters guessing, especially when you start to get through the second and third time through the order.
Pedazo de mierda,
we'll see how he
chaval.
incorporates all of his stuff into this one.
Close one doesn't get the call. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Es difícil, ¿eh? Es difícil ser tan pedazo de mierda, pero mira. La verdad es que...
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes. This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Ball 1 there. Rodriguez with an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. And that's down and away.
Even superstars have their slumps from time to time, Boog, and he's no exception. He's too good to struggle much longer, though. I'd expect him to turn it around soon.
Off the mark there. 3-2 now. Swings and misses, struck him out. Mariners come up empty. Second inning set to go. Leading off, Adolis Garcia. Houck back to work. And that skips in the dirt.
1 ball, no strike.
Una magnífica luz, la verdad, para jugar. Una magnífica luz. Claro. Una luz maravillosa.
Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging.
Really nice job working both sides of the plate for that strikeout. Started him off inside, then away, back inside again, and that one set him up for that last pitch on the outside part of the plate that he just swung right through. Pretty smooth sequence right there.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Next pitch misses way outside. Lined into left center, base hit. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, and he'll pull into second safely.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. That was exactly what you're looking to do with the pitch away, especially in that situation. Drive it into the opposite.
Dives, and he can't hang on. The throw comes in too late, and they don't get an out on the play.
Not every base hit is a liner into the gap, just like not every strikeout's a perfect slider down and away. I mean, right there, he just put the ball in play on the ground and gave it his all to get down to first for the knock.
Raleigh on third. Young on at first with 2 down. And that one fouled off. Oh, he hit him. And that got him pretty flush. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Here's Byron Buxton. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. And there's the strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
There's the swing and a miss.
You know, Bruce, every team has a hitters meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
Bases loaded, 2 down. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. And a swing and a miss. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Back at T-Mobile Park, bottom half of inning number 2. And here's the catcher, Kyle Higashioka. And there's a foul ball. Higashioka working through some struggles lately. Next offering is in for a strike.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
Hit in the air out to center field. Garcia hauls it in for the out. And there's 1 down. So up next, Luke Raley. That one at the knees for a strike. Lopez, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Now it's Randy Arozarena. And first offering is fouled off.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
On the ground, Seager fires over to first. They get the out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Jake Berger. That's to third. Zips it across. Leadoff man retired here in the third. And next is the designated hitter, Jose Iglesias. Swings and misses at the sweeper. Iglesias, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was born in Cuba. Now 1-1. And the sweeper is off the plate. Top of the third, no score. That's in there, and the count is 2-2. And that's outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Hit weakly on the ground, but it kicks foul. Out to short, Crawford. First two batters retired here in the top of the third. Seager stands in now. He's 0 for 1.
Qué fácil es, Cuando va el partido así, qué fácil es, Qué fácil es. Me da igual. Te vas intercambiado en el próximo partido. Así que despídete. Despídete.
Two outs. This one in the dirt. Hit hard on the ground to short. They kept the force. Third out, and that ends. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. And that's in for a strike. Hammer, base hit. And a good start to the inning. Throw back in, holds him at first, so just a single. J.P. Crawford up next for the Mariners. That's in there. That's strike one. Yeah, that's fouled off. Shenton gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And that one popped in the air left field. Makes the grab. One away. Here's Dylan Moore. There's the strike. Fought off foul. Fly ball down the line. And that drops foul. Man at first, one away. Good job to fight that one off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Here's Victor Robles. And he takes a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in the last half of the third.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fair ball. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep, so pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Young. Throw is wide. He's off the bag. Run scores, and this inning continues.
Maybe just a little lack of concentration on that throw. 2 out. You think you've got the play made. Players are starting to move off the field towards the dugout, and then everyone's got to come back. Sometimes you take that throw for granted, and that's all it takes to keep the inning going.
First and second, 2 outs. And up next for Seattle. Julio Rodriguez. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. That one's in there, 0-1. Just missed.
1-1.
And that misses. 2 balls and a strike. That one missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline.
Oh, this ball's down, and that could bring in a run. Play at the plate. Got in. That ends the inning. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Marcus Semien. Swinging a foul straight back.
Well, these Rangers, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. There's the splitter in the dirt. Swing and a miss. Up with it. Fires to first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Pulls it down, and there are 2 away. Ezekiel Duran stepping in for the Rangers. And that one wrapped foul. Duran launched a homer in his most recent game. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
0-2.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Higashioka up with it to first in time. Back in Seattle, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Kyle Higashioka just missed.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. That one back there, and gone!
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run. Here's something cool, Boog. When they finished building T-Mobile Park back in 1999, they actually opened it up in the middle of the season. I remember as a rookie with the Chicago White Sox, we opened the season at the Kingdome, and then when we came back later in the year, we were playing at T-Mobile Park. It's a beautiful place, great scenery from center field, and I always enjoyed playing here.
That one inside, and that's ball 2. Next offering is fouled back. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow right field. Garcia grabs it on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track.
Well, he settles under it in left, and that will end the inning. Solo blast adds to the Seattle. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Houck back to work. In the air, center field. Rodriguez makes the grab, 1 away. Up next for the Rangers, Byron Buxton. His first at bat was a strikeout. Out front and foul to the left side. The M's up by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th. And there's a ball.
1 strike.
comes up empty. That's strike two.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today.
Well, he's showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. You know, all of the strikeouts, they just kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
Swinging a foul out of play. 2 outs, base is empty.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Oh, great stop. Over to first. Nicely done for the out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for Seattle, J.P. Crawford. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back there. That'll make it out of here.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Last half of inning number 5. Durant under it. And there's one down. So the lineup flips over. Victor Robles up next for the Mariners. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ground ball. Sneaks through, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And he makes the catch. Out number 2. So man aboard, and now Julio Rodriguez. And a first pitch fastball is
no sé si están por aquí.
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge.
Quiero agradecer a todas las personas que me han tratado muy bien.
And a strike in there.
And at bat like this is almost
Pimpón,
over as it begins. In this situation,
Santiago
you have no
también.
idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Los que se han pasado, Albertico también.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And makes the grab. That is the inning. The Mariners pick up a run.
Os aconsejo de verdad que os quedéis por la NFL. Si no os gusta, pues os podéis ir, no pasa nada. Pero si os gusta la NFL, quedaros.
All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now the number 2 hitter, Jose Iglesias. There's a strike.
Boom, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Line drive, base hit. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
And man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion. Well, these Rangers definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Rodriguez hustles to get it in, and they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback.
Back-to-back singles. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. Now let's see if they can string something together. Make it a little more interesting.
Adolis Garcia. Stepping in for the Rangers. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
One strike.
With the tying run at the plate, and we're the top half of the sixth. Fouled off left side. Oh, and 2 now. Swing and a miss. Well done behind the dish. Now it's Marcus Semien. 0 for 2 in this one.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Just missed. Iglesias at second. Seager at first. 1 gone. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
That misses. 2 and 2. Grounder might be 2. Crawford throws to first in time, and Semien is out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And that one is lifted in the air. Rodriguez under it. Drops into the glove. And that'll do it. And welcome back.
Out. Ball 4. Take your base. Out. That's ball 4. 3. 3. You're out. Out. 3. Out. 3. Out. Ball 4. Take your base. Out.
Pa-pa-pa-pam, pa-pa-pa-pam, pa-pa-pa-pam,
3.
pa-ra-pa-pam,
You're out. Out.
pa-ra-pa-pam.
5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John.
Normal que ofrezcan por ti, tampoco siendo la pedazo de mierda que eres, lo entiendo, la verdad. Yo tampoco ofrecería nada por ti, la verdad. Esa pedazo de mierda que eres, pues. Es normal que no se ofrezca nada por ti. Bueno. Las settings, la carrera, el audio, todo eliminado. Todo. Lo que desinstalo el juego no lo podéis ver, la verdad. Ojalá, pero creo que no lo podéis ver. Cómo desinstalo el juego. No, se pone en pausa, ¿no? Sí, se pone en pausa. Bueno. Lo he dicho, a los que me habéis tratado con respeto y habéis hecho pasármelo bien, agradezco mucho que hayáis estado conmigo. Ha sido una aventura, 200 partidos, la verdad. Maravillosos. Y bueno, yo no sé nada de este deporte. No hace falta que se me esté continuamente corrigiendo sobre quién es mejor, quién es peor, sobre las reglas del juego, sobre las no reglas del juego, continuamente, como si esto fuera, no sé, un juicio. Y nada, mi contenido principal es la NFL. Si os queréis quedar, pues enhorabuena. Y bueno, pues eso. Lo he dicho 20 veces ya, que me iba a ir, pero bueno, yo esto lo sé perfectamente que es la definitiva. Y nada, lo dicho. No se puede de aquí para que lo veáis, pero bueno, es lo que hay.